Hi everyone, it's hopefully your favorite substitute dungeon master Cameron, and I'm here at the beginning of our next Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries video for our Waterdeep campaign, just talking really quickly about Extra Life. So if you don't know, Arbitrary Hero, we've had a tradition, this is our third year now, where we raise money for Cincinnati Children's Hospital, and this year we've expanded that. We've teamed up with Dan Arnold from Vector Sigma. He's also raising money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. But we raise money to help sick children out. And each year we do different contests and prizes and things like that to encourage donations. Here is my Extra Life page. My goal this year is to raise $5,000. And what I wanted to announce, normally I do Transformers stuff, and I'm doing that this year. But this year, and the reason why this is ahead of the D&D video is because I have Dungeons and Dragons related prizes to announce, which I'm super excited about. Big shout out to our sponsors, Hero Forge, the DMs Guild, D&D Beyond, and Tessie Dream and Drawer have all donated prizes to help encourage you to donate to us. If you go to my Extra Life page, again, there's a link at the bottom of the video description. You can hit that and you can go to the page and you'll see that if you donate $10 to my raffle, any increment of $10, you'll be entered that many times into either the Transformers raffle or Dungeons and Dragons raffle. All you have to do is make sure that your donation is non-anonymous so I can find you as the winner and give you your prize. And your donation is Dungeons and Dragons raffle. As long as it says that, you'll be eligible for the prizes. And yeah, we've got a lot of great prizes. First off, we have 3 codes to Hero Forge. They're each $50, which if you don't know, Hero Forge is awesome. It's a little place where you can set up and design your own little mini, give them, whatever, all sorts of stuff. And I've been using it for a while now. Here you can see all the different heroes that I've made. This is, for example, this one, if I open it, don't save. If I open up, this is Agshad Raglip from the Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign. I haven't printed him out yet. You can either print out in plastic, print out in different metals. You can also print them out or buy just the STL file and print them out yourself. Here I have, if we look here, this is Whilhelm from the Waterdeep campaign that you all know and love, the Bard. And then this is Ami Pognard from our Avernus campaign that if you've watched Nate's videos about the Avernus campaign, you'll recognize him. But yeah, so they come out and these are printed in color. $50 gets you can get a couple figures. You can get a bunch of STL files. It's like 10 or more STL files if you want to print them yourself. You can print, like, again, this is printed in color. This is just how he comes out, which I think was lovely. Yeah, and they scale really, really nicely. A bit of a spoiler for if Nate ever does Avernus again. Here, yeah, there is Ami on top of his Infernal War Machine, which I really dig. Yeah, Hero Forge is awesome, and there are 3 $50 gift codes for that. We also are doing bundles for D&D Beyond. They have given us 5 players bundles, which is incredible. They've given us a source book bundle and an adventure bundle. And that's just super generous on their part. The player bundles are a $100 value, $99.99. It gives you the Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Anything you need to, like, get your character in D&D Beyond kitted out with all the classes, subclasses, all the stuff they need, which is amazing. The other 2 bundles are an even better value. There's the Source Book bundle and the Adventure bundle. And again, look at all these books here that are included. The Source Book bundle is over $400. The Adventure bundle is almost $450. And D&D Beyond did confirm to me that they are going to include codes for books that haven't come out yet, as long as they come out before our date that we pull and announce the winners, which is November 6th. So the Beyond the Witchlight will be included. That sort of stuff will all be included, which is really awesome. That makes me really, really happy. And if you haven't used D&D Beyond, they are wonderful. Again, if I go to, like, my characters, you can see here's the different characters that I use. We use the D&D Beyond as our character sheets in our Waterdeep campaign, so you've probably seen this before, but I just, again, I really want to thank them for their generosity. It's really tremendous amount of support that they've given us. The DM's Guild, if you haven't used the DM's Guild before, I've used them. I bought their City Encounters book, their Blue Alley book. I've used it to expand our Waterdeep campaign. It's a $25 gift code that you can use for, any sort of adventure book that you might want. If we go to, I probably need to log in. But if we go to my library, I've been buying up and using all of the Season 10 Adventures League books. Those have been really wonderful. You can buy map packs on there. It's just great. $25 to use however you want at the store. The final one, this is a very special thank you. This is to Tessie, Dream and Drawer on Etsy. She is the one who has done the commissioned art for Whilhelm and Hollyriese in the Waterdeep campaign. She has done the art commissions for the Avernus campaign that Nate's using in his videos. This is super generous on her part. We've got 3 commissions. We've got full body colored commissions. Here, for example, is Rassel from the Avernus campaign. Here is Maximus from the Waterdeep and Avernus campaigns. So full body, full color. Her style is just amazing. And then she's also throwing in, someone can get it, just an avatar commission, which is a €30 value. If you go to her on Etsy, again, she does terrific work. Here's kind of her breakdown on what she does and doesn't do. Thank you so much again, Tessie, for doing the work that you've done previously for us and for supporting this charity raffle. So that's it. Hopefully it was pretty quick. I'm shooting for less than 5 minutes. I don't know if I hit it. But again, Extra Life, donate to help sick kids, and you can enter to win any of these Dungeons and Dragons prizes. So I hope we raise a ton of money this year. I hope that you win some prizes, and I'll catch you all as soon as possible. I guess which will be right after this. We're going to play some Waterdeep Dragon Dice. Bye, everybody! Hey everyone, welcome to Arbitrary Hero Presents Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries. I am your Dungeon Master, Cameron. Today I'm going to be running a game of Dungeons and Dragons for my friends. Say hello, friends.
Hi, friends.
Hello. Who says we're friends?
Fair enough. That was presumptuous of me. Real quick announcement before we start playing and we get into this session. We are doing a fundraiser campaign for Extra Life. There's probably some information somewhere around the screen right now. There's also a link down below. We haven't worked out the exact details of how we're presenting the prizes yet, but I did want to announce we do have Dungeons and Dragons related prizes for people to win. Hero Forge has been very generous. They've given us 3 $50 gift codes for Hero Forge. $50 is more than enough to do a full color 3D printed mini. You could also do a bunch of regular plastic minis. You can do like the bronze ones, one of the cool bronze ones, or if you use virtual tabletop software, you could also do a bunch of like files just to create digital miniatures for like all sorts of different tabletop software. The one I use and I'm familiar with is Tabletop Simulator.
Tabletop
but there's
Simulator.
all sorts of others. Yeah. The other thing I would do want to announce is, again, in the link wherever it is, because we're recording this now, but by the time this airs, we'll actually have all the fucking details sorted out for you. There is a D&D Beyond, who we use, as you can see over on the right side of the screen, I believe. We use D&D Beyond for our character sheets. D&D Beyond was so kind to sponsor us this year. They've given us some player guide books. They've given us some bundles, I think like some module bundles and some adventure bundles and some source book bundles. So all those details, again, are in the link below. Check it out. The money you donate will be given straight to Cincinnati Children's Hospital. It goes to help sick kids, and it gives you a chance to win some prizes. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Cameron, you buried the lead. D&D Beyond also, get ready for this, guys, just came out with Dark Mode.
Yes, I'm on it right now.
Hell yeah.
I don't know
I
how
get to turn that
Hell
on.
yeah.
How do I
It
turn
asked
that
me
on?
would I like to turn it on. I said yes, and then I've been a part of the darkness ever
It
since.
hasn't
Sexy
prompted me.
I think you might have to refresh it, and then it will.
God damn it! All right, I'm not gonna worry about it now. Next time we play,
No, if you want to go into the dark, Cameron, you have to quench the flame.
You do.
You can't link the
You have
fire.
to control your-
You have to do some bad shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
Oh god,
I
is
think he's
there?
already past that threshold.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if there's a Dark Souls RPG like system. I'm sure there is, but
I'm
that
sure
we're getting
there's
off
some.
topic. Um,
We do that a lot.
Yeah. We are picking back up in the afternoon of Eliant the 19th, 1492. We are in Waterdeep. We are, in fact, our group of adventurers have gathered around back in Trollskull Manor. They're on the second floor. We're going to have a meeting, and then later on, tonight is the big opening night of Trollskull Manor, the grand opening. They've been doing a soft opening since then ahead of time. But tonight is the grand opening, so we're going to go around. Everyone's going to introduce themselves, who you're playing, and who your character has invited to the grand opening. Let's start out with Nate. Who are you playing, and who did they invite to the grand opening?
I am playing Rolan Jatoro, and I believe I invited Kriegman.
Yes,
And that's about the only noteworthy invitee.
Specific invite you sent out. Yep.
Yeah, for me.
Gotcha. Shuri, who are you playing, and who did she invite?
Alu, I am playing Alu. She is, well, I think that she's probably invited a couple of her specific contacts from the dock ward, and also, is it Davil? I think it's Davil.
Yep. Davil and Yagra.
Yeah, because she's, even though we're having a party and we're opening, she's still like, got her little spider web, and so she's inviting people because they got to hand off information all at the same time. So it's not necessarily.
So it's a working meeting.
Absolutely.
It's a working lunch party.
Pay for some drinks.
So Alu's
You're not a VIP, but give me your information.
So she's inviting her Zentarum handler, Davil, and then his bodyguard Yagra, and then you're thinking Mantra maybe from the dock ward?
Mantra, yeah, my mentor, and Pavel and his dad.
Gotcha.
Bill.
Absolutely. The boys. All right. And then Spev, Danny, who are you playing, and who did he invite?
He has a good job playing him.
Yeah, hey, I'm Danny. I'm playing Sprocket, the Gnome Artificer. He invited his boss / mentor / friend, Valletta, the Dragonborn from the House of Inspired Hands.
Yes.
He doesn't really know what's going on with the whole, he was kind of brought into this tavern thing a little bit late, so he just really wants her help to start setting up his workshop in the attic.
Yep.
And maybe have a couple drinks while they do it.
And I do have in my notes that you have a specific person who is not allowed in. Is that true?
Yeah. His rival and maybe evil counterpart, probably not, but definitely rival. Jelza of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
He's
been
a
banned.
horrible person, right?
Say that again?
Yeah.
She's the horrible person that's trying to guilt Sprocket into serving her purposes. She's very untrustworthy.
Yeah.
Jelza's been totally cool with him. I've just been a dick about it.
Yeah. I have, again, ascended to deity status on the plane of Faerun, but once I was a man named Whilhelm Swingpike. And when he was a man, he did put out advertisements in the Waterdeep Wazoo advertising the grand opening, as well as he sent out specific invites to his Harper's friends and to an assortment of ladies to make sure tonight's not a sausage fest. He has specifically described to them how he has a charming country drow, a real bad boy that would make their parents mad if they were to spend a night with him, available for the taking. Hannah, who are you playing, and who did she invite?
I'm playing Hollyriese Go Delicately, and she invited Arturo.
Artur Morlin?
Artur, yep.
The Bloody Baron himself.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Also invited...
Chill.
Well, she sent an invite under the door to Vincent.
Trench. Yes.
And
she's still trying to get with him.
Yeah. And anyone in the Go Delicately family.
Yes.
As well as Jalister Silvermane. Yep.
From the Lord Alliance.
Yes, so I've got all those people. And then last, we have Ian, who are you playing, and who did he invite anyone himself? I believe you at least invited one person from the last session. Anyone else specifically?
So Fen Merrick, is who I'm playing, he was going to invite the hat store owner,
Yes.
but turns out hat store owner is a bit of an asshole and was shitting on my boys. So I decided to rescind that. And instead, when is the tournament, by the way? Is that like calendar wise? Is that like
2
tomorrow?
days.
2 days.
It's the
2 days.
21st. Today is the
2 days.
19th.
Yeah, we got a day to party, a day to recover, then a day to fight.
I was gonna say, okay, never mind. Yeah, it's the only other person I was gonna invite. I don't think I invited anybody else, did I?
The person that I remember I have in my notes that you invited was JB Nevercaught. If you rescinded that invitation, I don't know that they might have gotten that rescinding. What I remember in my notes is you asked if you could get supplied with some gear, and his intention was to bring you some stuff. But
That was before we had our little like tiff, wasn't it?
a little before and after, yeah. Fen
All right,
kind of
well, I
started
mean-
out hot and heavy because he thought that JB blew him up.
Yeah, because he's fucking over me, and then he was shitting on
But it turned out it was Alu that blew you up.
my boys. Yeah, again for the second time,
Yep.
by the way. Yeah.
All right. So we've got our invites, and everyone has gathered. It's like 5 in the afternoon at this point. The grand opening starts at sundown. The halflings are down on the first floor getting everything ready. If you look down, you see Merrick Three Strings, a friend of Whilhelm's, another bard, preparing for running the entertainment for the night. Leaf is doing his thing. Suri and Perdita are helping out. So things seem to be in hand downstairs. Once everyone has arrived back at the manor, Whilhelm guides everyone up. And when you get up to the second floor, where you have some privacy, Whilhelm is going to pull out a massive chalkboard from his room. And he says, all right, it sounds like there's a lot of shit going on, and none of us really know what it is. So I figured maybe this would be helpful for us to like figure some shit out, because it seems like we keep stumbling into fights and things we don't intend to. So let me hear it. What do we got? And my intention is for you as players, like you write yourself. You can switch to the text paintbrush and put down whatever information, draw your lines. This will be a permanent conspiracy board that you will have access to as the rest of the campaign unfolds. While you're doing this and discussing amongst yourselves, I did want to make some additional notes real quick. You all got, last time you got crystals of sending crystals. Those are magic items that require attunement, so make sure you attuned to those. Other thing I wanted to note is, Alu, you have another magic item.
Maybe.
Yes. Do you?
I need it. Hold on.
The Rat Baby is an actual item in the game now for you to pick up. So if you go to manage your equipment. Oh, you already got it? Awesome.
Yes.
Perfect.
And his name is Aodan.
Ooh.
Means little fiery one.
Aodan. I will add that to my notes.
Aodhan.
Wait, how do I undo something?
I don't know.
Control
It depends
Z.
on what you did.
Control Z.
I don't know that that works in every situation.
How do I
No,
add my crystal?
it's not it.
Go under equipment or manage inventory.
Yeah.
Here, I can undo things.
Undo my
Oh,
little
sending crystal. I have
line,
it.
my little blue line, please.
All right.
Thank you.
So what?
I have
what?
to hit use. Is that what it says? For my sending crystal? How do I activate it?
So
You-
it's in your equipment. Is the
Yep.
box next to it in your equipment checked?
That was the whole problem. All right.
All right. Yeah, Wilhelm's here and he's asking for information. He's like, okay, we can communicate much more easily with these. I feel like we're going to be doing a lot of running around. Okay, Neverember's Enigma. We think it's... What do we think that is?
treasure that Neverember stole, right?
That's what he embezzled, or he
Yeah.
was trying to embezzle to with that other city,
So we think
Neverwinter.
it's the 500,000 crowns.
Oh, I thought it was 50,000.
No, it's a massive amount of money.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Okay.
The people are going after the Stone of Galore. A lot of different people are.
That's said to be the key to this thing, right?
That's the
Yeah.
aboleth, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the stone with the aboleth in it that we rushed to the Blackstaff.
Had briefly.
Then lost when Alu got murdered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, as far as I know, everyone is after it. The Zentarum and Xanathar's Guild, they kidnapped Reiner. They were asking about Neverember's Enigma, so that's Wilhelm's just like, everyone I put on this list is someone I think wants the gold, wants the treasure. Except maybe the Castellanters, they might just be looking to get the stone, because if they get the stone and the stone is complete, like, aboleths have all sorts of crazy knowledge. Maybe the aboleth has a loophole out of their doomed kids thing.
Yeah, or a connection somewhere, or
What
something
is it?
worth trading.
Aboleth?
Yeah, an aboleth.
It's a weird, untimely
It's a
monster.
it's a monster that can remember back to the beginning of time.
Okay.
Okay.
So we know the Zentarum, they kidnapped Raynor, and then the Xanathar's Guild kidnapped Raynor from the Zentarum. Wilhelm's scratching his head. He's like, anything else we're missing? There's some connection between the Sea Maidens Fair and Bregendareth, isn't there?
I don't know.
Those little casks, the little lockets with messages.
Oh, the little coffin-shaped things or whatever?
Have drow messages in them, don't they?
There's something suspicious. I don't know that it's confirmed though.
Did we confirm who was selling all of those maps to Artor's place?
We solved that already, I'm pretty sure.
That was Bregendareth,
Yeah.
we think.
Well, we got shot for it, so I hope we're right.
Where do we think right now the Stone of Galore actually is?
We got jumped by those fools. Did we have any indication of who they were? Because we know it was like a bugbear.
The Growlhuns, they're the ones who own the exploding Imblebright and sent the murdery bugbears.
So then they probably got it then.
Xanathar's Guild?
I'd say the most immediate retribution is going to be directed towards them.
Go after hit them hard.
Do we...
Or at least take back what's ours.
Wilhelm's asking everyone. He's like, in your searching so far, do you have any indication of who might have the eyes for the stone?
There was a message in the Wazoo about it. Let me check that. We know where one of them probably got janked. Maybe the Zentarum?
I think I may have that written down. Give me a second.
Eyes of Zaltic, stolen crystal ball several months ago.
Oh, give me a whatever knowledge check you think would be Spev would have specifically for knowing about the Eye of Zaltek, because it was brought to the city. It was kind of shown off and stuff. So
it was a crown jewel.
As like an interesting bit of culture, Spev might have gone and seen a showing or something.
How about history or investigation?
Yeah, either
Can I
one.
try either of those? Let's do investigation because it's a mystery. What'd I get?
Oh shit. Okay.
Nice.
You know.
Oh shit.
you know a lot. The Eye of Zaltek is not one of the eyes of the stone. The eyes of the stone are the same material as the stone. The Eye of Zaltek is a large ruby that would be too big to be inside the stone.
I gotcha. You
do know that the in like what you heard around town and stuff, you like these same what you know with this investigation role. These same groups, the Zentarum, the Xanathar's Guild, Bregendareth, the Castellanters, they had agents out any one of them could have taken the eye of Zaltik, and the reason why they would have taken it is because they were looking for the stone, because the eye was rumored to lead to the stone.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they this was like another thing that if you guys had done this thing back then, you might have like picked this up, but you were busy doing other stuff instead. So yeah, so you know that the same groups that are looking.
How badly we fucked up.
No, it's not that. It's just a reminder.
We
that
just bypassed a step.
that the city is a dynamic, living, breathing place, and you guys choose your priorities.
He's very proud of that.
And whatever you want to do, you have time. You don't have time to do absolutely everything. So there's nothing wrong with like saying this is important, this was less important. But yeah, Wilhelm's like looking at this. Because I've got some notes on what he has found out. Wilhelm says, okay, I think the only other information that I don't see on here, something like the Zentarum and the Xanathars, they've always butted heads, but something made them start fighting a lot more recently.
And we don't know what that is.
No.
No idea what that could be. I mean, my suspicion is it's related to maybe an eye or the stone or something like something happened there.
I do have a question on that point. Like, so has there always been a search for the Enigma? Have these factions always been at it, or does it seem like a recent uptick lately? Like as we're exploring and learning more, it seems like other people are doing the same.
As in within the past month or so.
Okay, so they're both gearing up to try to find this thing.
Yes.
Like they have some clue or some hint that's moving them along at the very least.
Yep. Yeah,
Cool.
Exactly. Wilhelm's like, so he's
something's in play.
Yeah, actually, with Spev, with your investigation roll, especially, you're going through these newspapers and these documents everyone's trying to dig through. You note some things. Some additional things have happened recently that are noteworthy and are possibly tied to strong magic. Blue Alley has been active again. This is a famous, not really a tourist spot. It's not like Dagger's Alley where like people go to watch people get stabbed. Blue Alley is an infamous part of Waterdeep that like adventurers go to test themselves. Blue Alley has lit up once again, and that means that there is some powerful magic artifact in it again. Blue Alley was created by this evil wizard that people don't really remember why. They're just a sadistic fuck. But they basically put treasure in Blue Alley, and Blue Alley is a death trap protecting that treasure. This is a cyclical thing. Usually it's like just a lot of like a rare magic artifact or whatever. It's something generally is there, but this lit up like pretty recently. You see it in the newspapers that it lit up pretty recently. You also note that Skyhorn Lighthouse is another place that has been isolated due to Zelefarn the dragon coming into the bay that you met. You'll note with Zelefarn doesn't seem like a big threat, but Skyhorn Lighthouse is also a place that might be a good hiding spot for something. Those two, because you rolled a fucking 20. You note something that I think the party missed when you originally rescued Raynor. His locket, like there was a note that when he was kidnapped, his locket was taken. That's just an interesting note if you're like looking for things. And yeah, I think those are the things that you note. Other than that, I think this is kind of where you all are at. Wilhelm, he comes out with, he goes back into his room, comes back out. He has a paper bird, and he says, just so you know, like Mert's going to be at the party tonight. Mert is his Harper contact, but he also wanted me to make sure I gave you this for the thing with the gazer a couple days ago. You all have a silver rewards membership at the Guild of Apothecaries and Physicians. That means if you ever need to get alchemical supplies, you get a 20% discount anywhere in the city. He also has a book. This is a magic book. And in it, whoever wants to take note of this book, you have the following spells. There we go. All right. So I think that's everything you guys have. Whilhelm says, good
spells.
What do you all want to do next? Like, we got the opening tonight, but then tomorrow we don't really have anything planned. If the stone is the only thing we know, like, someone needs to get the stone and all 3 eyes. But we got to get our hands on one of those things. And if we know where the stone is, we should try and get it back as soon as possible. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Well, we're going to have a lot of our powerful allies here tonight. I don't know, maybe we can just sort of kick it off and try to go get them tonight. The problem is that even if we have the stone, someone has a stone detector, so it's always going to be a threat. But if we can possibly locate one of these eyes, we have someone else. We can stop someone else from solving the puzzle for momentarily.
That's a really good point. If we are gonna try and snatch and grab, we should have an exit strategy, and we should probably, people kind of know where we are and what we do at this point. Maybe disguises. It'll take me a little time to put stuff together, but we could pretend to be another group going after this thing if you give me a little time.
I have a head of disguise as well.
Yeah, that's true, Alu. Yeah, you're a step ahead in terms of that. So in terms of what you all are doing proactively to get information, I know, Alu, you have requested Davil to get you blueprints of the manor, which he is going to drop off tonight. And then I believe Rolan or maybe it was Holly. Holly, you asked if the watch could set up a perimeter around the villa to keep an eye out. So they can report back with maybe whatever they noticed. It'll take them a little time. But that's where we are in terms of figuring out what to do next. Is there anything anyone wants to do now, or do we want to get back to the actual grand opening?
I think
do we have any leads on any of the eyes, though? I think that's... No, nothing.
I don't think so, but I know that the eyes were in the Stone of Galore when we gave it to the Black Staff.
Well, were they, though? They might have been fake from the beginning. It was
like... No, there was the entity was there.
Give me an Arcana check with advantage, Alu. The rat baby's going to help you out with this one.
Okay. Arcana. Did it roll?
Yeah,
I rolled. Right. You don't know shit.
With an 11, you don't know. I guess knowing like Maximus and stuff, you think he might have been a little jumpy. Whilhelm says he's like, I held it for a long period of time and I didn't feel anything. The eyes may not have ever been there. I think it's more likely that the eyes were fake from the beginning than someone snuck in and took them under Vajra's watch.
Who's Vajra?
The Black Staff.
The Black Staff.
Okay.
Zelda.
In terms of where eyes could be, you have like the vaguest clues, but the other thing Whilhelm will say is like, the Growlhounds were monitoring us and they were tracking information and stuff. I bet you if we go try and get the stone, we should also keep a lookout for maybe they have information about, because if they got the stone, they're also looking for the eyes. So it might be worth it to try and locate the eyes. Oh, that is one other thing. I guess a note here is that Xanathar's Guild, Alu, you found a secret entrance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gazer.
Woohoo. Secret entrance?
Just in case you're ever trying to like get information, you can try and smash and grab there. But yeah, so like...
That may be worth doing.
Yep. But so Wilhelm is stressing, yeah, it's important for us to, one, act intelligently and go after the stone when we have good information, so that we don't come in unprepared, but two, that we do it quickly. So it's up to you all when you want to do this heist. But you have a little time to prepare if you want to try and do it before the tournament. So by this point, you all. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say we probably also want to do a little reconnaissance on like trusted people, like people that they trust that I could potentially impersonate.
That's a really good idea. Also, yeah.
Could you possibly interrogate the Zentarum and see what they know? Like, would they share that information with you?
I've already asked Devil.
Oh, haven't? Okay.
Yeah. At this point, you all have been working out clues and reading up on whatever you could find. It is now sundown, and things are starting to kick off. Some people have shown up early. You have 2 guards. I'm gonna stick you all in different spots, and the map's not super important. This is more theater of the mind, but this is just putting people places that are kind of convenient.
Sure.
Holly, where do you want to be? You want to probably be over here.
I'll take my normal place.
I want the center of the room.
Fen, I guess you probably want to be over here. Okay. So in terms of what, you have 2 guards that showed up. They are providing the
security
or service.
Yeah.
They're checking people's
bouncers.
Yep. Alu, you actually moved yourself a bit. I've got tokens out that you can't see. So I was trying to fit everyone in empty spots.
Cool. Ominous.
Corners.
No, it's just because like I don't want to spend time like moving a fuck ton of tokens all around. So like I pre-impregnated with people. All right.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm exercising my 1 episode veto. Never once, never again say pre-impregnated again.
That's a term. Like that's something you do in additive manufacturing, especially if you're working with like.
It's a term that you're not allowed to use.
I'm sorry. Are we at work right now?
Using my veto.
All right. So people have started arriving. First one up, Fen. The guards, one of them opens the door and says, Mr. Merrick, someone's at the door for you. They're not on the allowed list, but they said we should talk to you.
You're gonna have to make nice with JB Nevercaught, mister.
Yeah. All right. Well, Fen clearly knows who this boy is because he only knows one other person in the city. Everybody else he knows is in this room already. So he's going to say, let him in, direct him over to me. I'm going to have a talk with my friend here.
Yeah. JB comes in. He's carrying a long box. He greets whoever is already here. Just kind of mills about a little bit, but then makes his way to you and kind of sits down in this corner. And he says, I know we didn't leave on the best terms, but you did ask for some help. And since you are, and he leans in close, he's like, since you're hunting a werewolf, I thought this might be helpful.
And he passes something to me under the table.
He can't. It's too big. It's a long box.
He tries. The table moves.
All right.
It explodes. Fen dies.
It explodes. Fen dies.
It accidentally falls on Fen.
All right. Fen's not gonna. He's not gonna like unwrap the whole thing, but he's gonna. Can he like peek inside and get an idea for what the hell it is?
It is very beautifully wrapped. Give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can peek inside without destroying the wrapping.
Great. Fuck is my sleight of hand?
It should be in your dexterity.
Better than I thought.
Yeah. It's dex basis. You should have at least a good modifier.
Yeah.
All
You look inside and you see something silver and brilliant glint off the light as you open it up.
All right.
JB's like, dude, come on, you're gonna like it. Open the. What's in the box? You know. What's in the box?
I asked, do I have to save this for a special occasion, or am I supposed to open this now?
It's like, I mean, it's up to you. You're the one that said.
Is it safe to open in front of other people, and also is it just safe to open?
Second one, yes. The first one, I mean, this is your fucking place, isn't it? Like, who gives a shit?
True, but if you invite a cop into your house, you still probably don't want to like show him your guns.
Yeah. He's like, dude, okay. You know what? You have no flair for the dramatic. He rips off the cover of the box.
I've been burned, homie. I've been burned.
It is a
power
silver longsword.
Dope.
Ooh.
Nice.
Dope.
And
Definitely
he's like,
monster hunting material.
This, yeah. He leans in. He's like, if you're trying to get after a werewolf, this is a helpful thing for it. So you can add a silvered longsword to your inventory.
I ask him if he is expecting anything additional in return for this special item.
He's like, no, you listen, you're with us now, right? We're working for the sake of the downtrodden. I think that we're out here trying to make the best we can, and we got to help each other if we can.
All right, homie.
He says, speaking of something additional, you should check under the panel.
Panel?
Are you trying to creep me out? What the fuck?
Check under the panel.
Panel? What panel?
Check his panel.
So if you go and you lift up the sword, like that's on a wooden little panel in the box,
it's a trap.
Okay.
Underneath it is a revolver.
Oh, fuck.
It's the Colt.
Yes.
And then he's like, you see him. He's like, he pushes over a silver bullet across the table. But then he looks and he sees the halflings walking around. He sees Surrey and he kind of looks a little bit at Rolan and he fishes into his pocket and he gives you 5 more bullets. And he's like,
Jesus.
He's like, you might need these.
Yeah,
you just want to start shooting your employees.
This is like surround yourself with rough company, sir.
This is like Dark Souls when you walk up and they give you a whole bunch of shit right before the boss fight.
Yeah, he's
You're
like,
gonna need this.
If you're serious about this thing, you might need these. And just the only thing I ask in return is you say something really cool before you do it.
I see. Well, that I got on lock. I can handle that. That doesn't worry me. All right. Well, Fen has been swayed. Fen was unsure of this boy.
You bought your love with weapons and violence.
You give me toys. And the only guy so far who's helped me rather than at least attempted to kill me so far of anybody I've met so far in this campaign. So I think we're feeling pretty cool. So I'm going to accept them graciously, and I'm going to offer him a drink.
Yeah, you and JB can chat for a little while. We are going to go back.
Please tell me Finn puts both swords in his back like a witcher.
Absolutely, he does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Roland, you are working at the bar when a large, very beautiful, statuesque woman steps through. A large, she's like 6 feet tall. She's not like enormous, but she's like 6'5" or something.
Yeah, she's muscular.
Yeah.
Like CrossFit.
Can Hollyriese roll to see if she notices?
It's not, the place isn't packed yet.
Your token's right next to her token, so...
Give me an insight check.
Oh, fuck.
This woman seems extremely uncomfortable. She looks at you, because you two met, I believe, right? You were with Roland when he met Brenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, hello, I was invited for a party, and I'm here.
Yeah.
Am I late?
It's so nice to have you. No, you're not late. You are right on time. I bet you are looking for Rolan. I believe I saw him at the bar. I'll walk you over. Do you want anything to drink?
You don't need to walk me over. I can walk just fine. I'm gonna give her a dexterity check. She stumbles in her heels.
She's not wearing armor.
No. I wasn't going to make a new token for her, but this is... Rolan asked her not to wear her armor. She came cleaned up very nicely.
Aww. She likes you.
Oh my god, Hollyriese is freaking out.
Rolan, how's it going?
And Roland will look up from whatever chore he is doing to keep the night going, and he's gonna stare for a second because he probably doesn't recognize her.
You've never seen her without her armor on before.
I just figured out who she was, like who she truly was, like the other day, let alone this new, like, cleaned up, glammed up, or was it a glow up? Is that what it's called?
Glow up.
Yeah. So he's gonna just kind of head tilt and process this for a second.
He's like, sticks her arm out across the bar, and she's like, I know this is a bit awkward, but it's me, Brenda Kriegman. And
with
can Hollyriese shout from across, like, see all of this and shout, offer the lady a drink?
Roland, give me a perception check.
Okay, he is gonna, like, from his head tilt, he's gonna, like, oh yeah, like, trying to cover it up as much as he can, but
Roland,
definitely
give me a perception check. Holly, give me a performance check.
All right, perception. Actually, I'm pretty good with perception.
Damn it.
Hey, 19 on perception.
You normally wouldn't be able to. You shout, but your voice doesn't carry. It's gotten decently busy now. Mertram is up there playing. You don't. Your voice isn't able to carry over to Roland. Roland, what you notice is Whilhelm does a fucking double take at Kriegman, and then he looks at you. And then he just shakes his head no.
Like, no, I can't pull this off?
That's a pretty good perception check. Give me an insight check with advantage.
Okay, actually, my insight's pretty good, too.
Let's see if you can figure out what he's saying.
Not so great.
One more, you have advantage.
Wait, I
have advantage, okay.
Use portent for him?
Oh, yeah, you can, yeah. Holly, if you want to use portent, you can.
He's got one more roll to try.
I'm giving you 20.
Shit, okay.
Wait, you didn't roll a 20.
Oh, no.
Wait.
What did you roll in the beginning of the day?
I'm
going to tell you in a second. You're over here.
You just get a 20. Just take it, Nate.
Man, I won't disagree with the wizard.
I'm giving you 12.
Okay. So Roland, you rolled a 15. 9. That's fine. You can figure out what's going on here.
Okay.
Whilhelm is attempting to give you a warning.
A warning?
Yeah. Give me some history about Roland. How much has he dated?
Not a lot.
You don't know what this warning's about.
No. I don't.
You understand it's a warning, but you don't know why.
Yeah.
Roland has an appreciation, but his dating life has been very minimal. Mostly through his youth, it's because of all the moving around. There wasn't a lot of, like, time to get to know people or get,
women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brenda says, I decided to leave the pamphlets at home. She looks around at the bar and she's like, "This is nice. How long have you been set up here?"
Oh, a few weeks, maybe. Depends. We kind of stumbled into this ass backwards, but yeah, we been fixing the place up and making friends with the neighbors, and just time for the block party for opening everything up. So yeah, it's all working out pretty well.
The neighbors.
Yes. Speaking of the neighbors are all here. I just didn't grab their tokens. I forgot.
Except for Vincent.
Vincent is here.
Ooh,
Oh!
Holly.
Oh,
So
shit.
happy. So if
But
Roland
Vincent,
doesn't
actually, everyone give me an insight check. Everyone except Spev. Spev, you wouldn't know.
All right. Oh, nope. I suck at the insight.
Spilling whiskey. What a crime.
Oh, yeah.
Alu-
Fen and
okay.
Alu know what's up.
What are we
and-
drinking?
Alu and Fen, you know this. Oh shit, and Holly. All three of you know this. A man came in, human. It's Vincent.
What? How does that happen?
DM Nate is like, yep, that tracks finally.
Yeah. He's wearing Vincent's clothing. People greet him as Vincent Trench. Like his name has been in the Waterdeep Wazoo a couple times, so he's a locally well-known figure. He coolly acknowledges everyone. But yeah, he is not a backward-handed tiger demon. He is a human right now.
So fucking nuts.
He kind of
Oh my
posts up
God.
next to Roland, and he kind of eyes Brenda, and then he eyes Roland, and then he eyes Whilhelm, and Whilhelm gives him a nod, and then he gives Whilhelm a nod, and he struggles to conceal a smile as he continues watching.
Vincent, how are you, friend?
Happening? What the hell does that mean?
Say that again?
I said, with all this insight that the three of us have, what the hell does that mean?
Okay, so yeah, that's fair. Alu, Holly, and Fen. Yeah, you three know that Whilhelm is trying to give the "this bitch is crazy" signal.
Oh.
This is a religious woman. You don't want any of this. I know you've never gotten laid before. I know some nice prostitutes. Like there are fun women in the city. Don't attach yourself to the Amish girl.
Oh. So she doesn't have any like nefarious connections. She's just
a nice woman.
Yeah,
just
he's
nice.
just a shallow asshole.
Yeah, so Brenda's kind of just this entire time that you have been silent, Nate, Roland, and Brenda have been silently looking at each other.
Oh no, I
awkwardly.
I said hi to Vincent as he walked up.
Yeah, he gives you a nod, and then he's like, "How's it going?" I got Holly's invitation.
Oh, good. We weren't sure if you were going to be, too busy to show up.
I don't
We're
want to
glad-
distract you from this conversation, so and he starts walking away.
with him not being a weird lion demon. Would we because as a player I have no idea, but as a character, would we understand why he's
Yeah,
a lion one second and the human the next?
lion Rakshasa are rare demon creatures. They're probably
they're
not
fiends.
like it's not an openly known thing. Odds are you caught Vincent unawares when you first met him. The world knows him as a human because otherwise he'd probably be like hunted or dealt with.
Yeah, Rakshasa are crazy powerful.
Yeah.
In like
So he is a Rakshasa, but he generally appears human.
Yes.
But inside of him, he's backward-handed lion.
Yep.
Got it.
yeah,
That's just a good thing to know.
freaking
clearly.
nuts.
Yeah, great.
Brenda's like, what do we do now?
Can I get you a drink? I got plenty back here.
I will take a glass of water, please.
Okay then. And
You won't be taking advantage of this woman at the end of the night.
oh yeah, because you foiled my plans. Oh no. And I'll tell her I'll be right back, and I will go in the back and find our freshwater barrel, I guess.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, Alu, Davil and company and your crew, Davil shows up, your dock boys, they show up, and like the whole group shows up. Your sparrows showed up.
Ooh.
Your the kind of everyone you knew in the docks, the thieves and everyone. The place is getting pretty packed now. Davil and Yagra show up. They actually they greet Mantra. Mantra shows up. and they all sit together at the bar, inviting you over to join them.
Okay, so I probably would go over to join them.
Davil says he steps forward and gives you a hug. And as he, it's a little weird that he's giving you a hug, but as he gives you a hug, you feel something slip around your waist. And when your hand goes to reach it, you feel a parchment. And he says, I got what you wanted.
Oh, perfect. So Ollie would probably do like a slinger arm around him in a friendly kind of way and ask everybody what they're drinking. She'll go grab drinks for everyone.
Absolutely. You grab drinks, you all mingle for a little bit. Davil does, he says to you, at some point, if we can talk in private, I do have some additional information.
Yeah, I feel like probably at this point, the best place to take him might be down to the wine cellar. Because otherwise we have to go out of the tavern. So
yes.
She'd probably lead him to the back and be like, here, help me carry up some whatever.
Yeah.
And ask Rolan if there's anything they can bring up for him. Yeah,
so you, Davil, and I guess Rolan, since it all is happening about the same time, you all are down in the wine cellar. As you approach the wine cellar, give me perception checks.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I am going to put the blueprints for you in the text channel. I see a 9.
I know, but I rolled a 9, and then it's +5, so I'm confused as to how it's...
It says it looks to me like you rolled a 4, and you got a +5, make 9.
Okay, maybe that's yours. I guess
No, my dice is a different color.
I know, maybe that's
Nate
why...
Nate rolled a 9, and a +3 makes 12. You might be seeing each other's die.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
But Rolan and Alu, you hear clinking and clattering downstairs, but all the staff is above the on the first floor right now.
So we're gonna be on high alert.
Yeah, we're gonna give this silent exchange of all right, and Rolan is going to so he's not going to use he didn't have his glaive on him, but I imagine he would be packing his new weapon setup here.
Yep.
I believe I have a dagger and a hand crossbow.
Yes.
So I will draw both and proceed to SWAT style go down the stairs.
Yeah, give me stealth checks. Since this is your familiar territory, you know where the creaky floorboards are and everything. And you're being stealthy, you can both make it with advantage.
Okay. 16 and a 7. 16 it is.
All right.
Nice.
So both of us do stealth. Hold on.
With advantage. Natural 1 and 17. Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, you're
rough.
able to get down the stairs to get a bead on what's going on, and you see 4 halflings. They've pried open the entry to the sewer, and they seem to be taking wine and beer and liquor casks, and they haven't put any down in the sewer yet, but they seem to be trying to get them moving into the sewer.
I think we're getting robbed.
Yeah, I don't think we're even going to wait. We're just gonna attack these motherfuckers.
Sure. You rolled stealth, so you get a surprise round. Give me initiative rolls.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't mean to make you be all gearing up.
All I'll say is I did this once, and I killed indiscriminately, and I had to go fetch a body out of the morgue.
Oh no, it's not them.
We can deal non-lethal damage, but
and I've attacked.
Alu is tensing to fuck someone up. So if you want to stop her, you need to put an arm on her and be like, simmer down.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's what I will do.
Fly. You do you. Wreck these idiots.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
How many episodes have we done, guys? What have we learned?
Right? That we're gonna get our.
People up.
Uh-huh.
Why would anyone
But
learn
to be
anything?
fair, Fenn's not there, so you guys are like super safe.
You're still gonna die somehow.
Yeah, I'll
what-
die upstairs.
A bullet's gonna
I
go
do-
through the
You guys
floor.
come back upstairs.
I
I'll
do
be
need
dead.
a decision. What are you two doing?
I'm going to
They have initiative.
I'm going to be carefully take my my offhand with my hand crossbow and place it on her shoulder and give her the, you know.
Alu will stand down for a moment, but she's
Okay.
really psycho.
He's giving her the Kevin Costner from Superman.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I will keep my hand crossbow trained on them and be like, y'all know the party's upstairs, right?
Okay. With the hand crossbow,
I want to ready an action just in case I see them start like moving their
Give me-
hands for a spell or something
Yeah.
or reach for.
With the two of you, give me an intimidation roll.
That's gonna go well.
I forget, Alu, you're a fallen ASMR. Don't you get some sort of an advantage?
I have
No,
necrotic shit.
if she pops her necrotic shroud, they'll get frightened of her.
Gotcha.
I got
14.
a 17.
Oh, nice.
Gotcha. Are you
Gotcha.
going to pop your necrotic shroud here or no?
If they make one wrong move, she will, because she's pissed off. But she's got rat baby.
But as is, you've got an eye on them and you got a crossbow trained on them. They look up at you and they're like, they're just kind of frozen in the headlights.
But there was more to that story.
I would tell them also at the same time, do not move. Not move, and you will be taken out.
One of the gutter rats, he's holding a little cask. He throws it at you and says, "Get out of here! Gutter rats forever!"
Scatter!
Scatter.
Tunnel snakes rule.
Well, so you'll remember gutter rats. There was like a weird halfling trapped in the house when you first got the manor.
Yeah, that's right.
The name gutter rats sounds familiar, but they're going to try and scatter you. They throw something at you. They're not trying to like hurt you, so the attack is like disadvantaged. They miss. But you get your reactions. So what do you want to do before they kind of get out of here?
I want to see if Alu catches the athletic, like with the athletics. If she catches.
Yes, you can give me catch the casket. Yeah, you can give me athletics
she
check.
catch it, and then
Should have been a monk.
probably do some. She
They're-
wants to
they're
do
the
damage.
best.
She's
Yeah.
pretty in with people.
Yes. Yeah, you're able to. They throw it at you. You're able to snatch it out of the air.
And then she probably. Where is the trap door to the? Is
It's
it like
kind of in the center. They're all one square away from it.
Okay, so I don't want to deal any damage to Roland or to Davil. So can I cover their eyes when I do the necrotic shroud?
It won't do any damage to us. It'll just turn us, make us frightened of you.
I like the idea of of Alu reaching out with both hands, like, you don't want to see this. And then this is the first time she's turned her shroud on. Tell me what the shroud looks like for her.
I think for her it looks like dark wings, but almost like they're rotting.
Are you the terror that flaps in the night?
I like that.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to add to it is when you turn your shroud on, the
Darkwing Duck,
baby
right?
becomes visible. So you have this baby Bjorn on your chest that most of the time just seems empty, and then this weird skeletal 3-headed rat baby
It
shows
appears.
up. Let me. They're gonna be frightened, right? If they fail a wisdom saving throw.
Did you tell me to close my eyes?
Yeah, sort of.
She covered her eyes.
Oh, okay. She covered my eyes.
Whatever happens, Marion, keep your eyes shut.
They are paralyzed with fear. They don't go down. They kind of drop. Each one drops to their knees.
So Alu's gonna be like, "Don't look at me. Just round them up."
Okay.
We'll confuse people somewhere and sort this out later.
All right. No problem. And I will go forward and
And we
try
gotta secure this trapdoor.
I'll go forward and reseal the basement cellar.
Yeah. When you go forward and touch the first one, instinctively their face morphs into a rat's face.
Oh, are they were-rats?
They are were-rats.
Oh, we don't hate them. Okay. Alu sees this, and is going to be like, say immediately, "You're were-rats. We have a friend who's a were-rat. Maybe you can help her."
He says, I'm so
Obviously.
sorry. We won't fuck with you anymore. This just used to be our place. And we figured we'd steal some shit.
Yeah, don't fuck with us. But we can be friends.
Oh, mistress of the rat god, have mercy on us.
Mercy will be shown this time. I love it.
God.
Yeah, so what are you doing with these guys? I mean, honestly, this was going to be a combat encounter, but you handle that. So, like, do you want to turn them into the guards?
Them.
Maybe they would like to have a drink. There's a party upstairs.
We're gonna send them upstairs, and we're going to also I'm gonna recruit them into my little army, and we're gonna figure out how to handle and take care of them, and they now know not to fuck with us.
Okay, yeah. So then this dude will turn back. I forget what his face was. Maybe it was this face. They'll head up into the party. They'll march out. They march past your other were-rat buds. But yeah, the place is getting pretty packed, but they're out there. While you're down here, Davil says, yeah, so I did have some additional information.
Is your shroud still up, Shuri?
No, she would put it away as soon as they...
Yeah.
Also, before we had sent them up, we would make sure to get their names. And that kind of information, just so we're not, like, sending people up.
Yep. One's name is Rathu. One's name is Ratchel. One's name is Ratandra. And one's name is Mickey.
Wow.
Mickey.
Oh, good names.
Yep.
Rathu.
Rachel.
Mickey, and who's the third one?
Ratandra.
Yeah. I like
no Radigan?
No Radigan.
So while
it's too obvious.
While you all are handling all that stuff, we're gonna go back and
Roland's just gonna say, "I'm gonna find a really heavy box."
Yeah, yeah.
Smash his rats.
While you're handling all that stuff, Spev, you've been kind of mingling a little bit. I don't know how socially awkward you are.
Extremely.
So maybe you've been a little isolated, sitting. But then you hear Valletta's voice at the door. She seems to be arguing with a guard.
You put me between two tables, and I think that's exactly where Sprocket would be. Like, as people moved in, he just sort of like sunk into the space and just sort of hit shirked away. But as soon as I hear his voice, I will try to scramble over the tables and head to the door.
Yeah, you get to the door and you see that you can leave yourself where you were. You see that she is. You like look up at her and she's arguing with a guard that she's on the list and her guest should be allowed to accompany her.
I will come up like, Madam Valencia, I am so happy, Vlada. I'm so happy that you managed to show up. Thank you. Welcome. Come on in. Are these simpletons giving you any troubles?
She turns to you and a guard steps out of the way and you see Jelzar. And she says, I had invited Jelzar to come with me, but they say he's not allowed in.
I just the sigh is audible all the way to the basement.
Yeah.
Why?
He and I were discussing some things that we'd like to talk with you about, and I figured now would be a good time.
Well, I'm not one to question your deep and infinite wisdom. Guard, can I please see that exempt list?
He hands it over to you.
I very reluctantly pull out a small vial of acid and just pour it on the list, and then like burn away the name and just hand it back. Like, yeah, hey, look at that. The list was destroyed. I guess you can come in.
Jelzar is smiling. He's got a pretty big shit-eating grin on his face. So
I side eye from one to the other, but
so they come in, they grab some drinks, you spend a little time chit-chatting, and then Valletta leans in and she says, I heard about the good work you're doing for the Order of the Gauntlet, and I just wanted to commend you on that, and I hope you and Jelzar are able to work closely together in the future for the greater good.
Yeah, you're right about that. I certainly hope we can work together.
Stare at him.
Jelzar leans in real close, and the three of you are kind of huddled around this table, and he says, listen, Sprocket, I was thinking about what you said last time we talked about my calculations. And I don't know if
you thought that's a great idea. First time for everything, I guess.
He looks at Valletta, and she looks at you, and he's like, anyway, I think maybe I was being a little too particular. I wasn't taking into account any sort of, rounding or significant figures that I should have been. Perfect is the enemy of the good and all that. So I came up with a couple other items that might help you calibrate your nimble right detector. We could, again, it's all about just testing it and being able to verify false positives from other animated objects that do have souls. So honestly, we could, again, this is a long shot, a brick from the Wall of the Faithless, if you're feeling transdimensional. But the other two items that I think would work would be a ghost lantern, or we just harness a ghost, and we can harvest them for their pure essence and use them in the detector.
Asshole.
Well, such a fool to believe ghosts even exist. But even if they were to exist, how do we just stick
say that as Perdita
floats
floats by? She's focusing very hard to hold up a tray, and she serves drinks to all three of you and then floats away. Jelzar's jaw kind of drops.
Illusions. Well, it's funny you say that, but how could you possibly harness the power of a ghost?
He says, well, we'd essentially destroy it, but it would still leave an after image and an essence that we could use to, filter out what is a soul and what isn't a soul. A ghost is essentially a soul without a corporeal body attached to it.
So you just need a negative to remove one variable from the equation. That if they're just to find out what a being would be without a soul by removing a soul from the equation.
Precisely.
That seems like a pretty hefty cost. How long would something like this work and last for?
I think once it's tuned, unless it takes some extreme damage or is subjected to a strong magical field, it would probably work indefinitely. It's got a power source and everything, so that's not a problem.
Well, I thought the power source was the problem last time, that it didn't have such a thing. But they're saying the ghost would be the power source and the variable?
No, the last time the power source is fine. It was just it's lighting up for everything right now. It just thinks everything's a nimble right. It doesn't.
Oh, so is it just detecting all souls?
Yeah, it's exactly.
I guess in theory it could work, but where could we possibly find a ghost?
So you three kind of huddle up, and you spend a significant chunk of the evening kind of discussing.
I think at that point, I think at that point, be like, well, I mean, we can certainly put it into practice if you want. I'm setting up a workshop upstairs if we want a tinkering with this thing. Now that we have two good minds here.
Yeah, if you all want to head to the workshop, you absolutely can.
Yeah,
and do whatever work you want up there. While that is happening, I'm trying to just go through. Fen, you got your stuff. I guess as you and JB are talking and drinking, JB says, I guess I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I told you yet, but I think we have the name of the werewolf in the Sea Ward. Did I give you the name yet?
Definitely not, right?
He says the reports are that the name is Bran Stonebridge. Do you know, is that the one you're looking for?
Bran Stonebridge.
No, I don't think I've heard that name.
No, I haven't heard the name. Are there more than one that I should be aware of?
I mean, it's Waterdeep, baby. Like he scans the room, and he's like, honestly, I'm pretty sure there's like fucking 10 were people in this room right now.
Shit, you can tell.
It's impressive.
Yeah. He's like, he's like, you might need these, and he gives you another 5 bullets, silver bullets. I don't know what's up, but
well, I don't know if this is the actual one, but I would like to find out. What kind of info? Give me the skinny.
Well, right now I just know that Bran is from the Silver Glades or Silver Marches. I forget which area Fen actually said he was from, but he's like he's from where you said you were from, and he came in a couple months ago, so he's been here for some time, and he's been cracking heads for the Castellanters. They've been, for whatever reason, the Castellanters are trying to get any money that's been owed to them over the years in hand and liquid as soon as possible. So he's been an enforcer on that part.
So he's breaking kneecaps. He's kneecapping fools.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know where might I find this bruiser? How do you know about him?
He says, I mean, I've got contacts in the Sea Ward with various merchants and businesses, so I know some people that he's shaken down. Everyone I know so far has paid up, but I can, if you want to like try and track him down, I can see who might owe the Castellanters money, and then we can set up an ambush at one of those locations.
He hasn't bit anybody, has he?
You're not there.
No, I know, but I'm just.
We don't know.
Ask the question.
Barry walks by the bar and says that.
We don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Let's give me sort of the roster of people who are indebted to these folks, and then if you happen to hear of him shaking anybody down, if he's doing his rounds,
yeah, I'll let you know.
Send me run it up the flagpole and let me know.
Yep. So you two continue talking. Holly, at this point in the evening, you notice that Jallister Silvermane and Barnabas Blastwind have come in, and they've sat down and they're enjoying some drinks and stuff. Jallister gives you a wave, not like an urgent thing, but just a hi whenever you get time kind of thing.
Okay. Then I feel like I probably already made my rounds with family and other well-to-do.
Your family has not shown up.
Oh, damn. That's disappointing.
So
so I'll just walk over.
Yeah. Holly, how are you doing?
I'm good. Doing well. I think the party's a big turnout. How are you? I'm glad you guys were able to make it.
Absolutely. This is especially after the explosion 2 days ago. Like, I think this is the kind of change of pace the neighborhood needs. Things have been real rough. You've met Barnabas. Barnabas gives you a nod. He says the investigation is going pretty well. Barnabas, you would know because you met him previously. He's from the Order of Magists and Protectors. He's the one handling the murder investigation for the explosion.
That's right.
He's an investigator.
While you're digging around, Jalster, he says, I guess I want you to know that we've been hearing, and he kind of looks around. He doesn't lock eyes with, but he sees Yagra Stonefist in here. And he's like, obviously your associates keep different company than you do. I, again, would just want to warn you to be cautious in the way you represent your family and the Lord's Alliance. But in that vein, you are now, he pulls out a badge and gives it to you. He says, you are now a cloak in the Lord's Alliance.
Oh, very nice.
With the merit badge.
Nice.
Your cloak?
Yeah. And speaking of Fen, JB, in his gift to you, he gave you an emblem. It's got a white skull with spider legs sticking out of it. And he's like, for what you've done and your work for us, the Bregendareth recognizes you as an orb.
So that's for fun?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Everyone's ranking up.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I am honored. I won't let you guys down. Do you need another drink?
Yeah, I'll take one. And you two you can continue mingling and chatting. Where do we want to go to next? Have I ignored anyone recently?
I don't think so.
All right, we can head back down into the basement. Rolan, you grab the water. You eventually come back up to Brenda. As you go up, Dasher Snowbeetle, he grabs you and he says, there were some friends of yours that just came out of here?
Friends is a strong word, but Alu persuaded them to behave themselves. We had some unknown guests down in the basement by way of the sewer.
Yeah, we'll figure out saw a stronger lock or something. But I just want you to know that they weren't friends of ours. The gutter rats, we were shard runners. The gutter rats are a bunch of punk bitches.
Got it. Well, Alu has convinced them through some form or another that they have best be on their most social behavior and to help us out.
I hear you, boss. And then he gets back to work.
All right.
So now, Alu, that you and Davil are alone down in the basement. So he, you can unfurl the blueprint now, and you kind of see the layout of Growlhund Villa. Davil says, I want you to know a couple things. One, I wasn't the only one that got a copy of this blueprint. There was a name checked out this morning.
Okay.
Captain Zarda Zord checked it out, apparently. And
that's captain of the mermaids.
Sea Maiden's Fair.
Yeah, captain.
And I'm pretty sure that at some point the records were broken into because I recognized the handiwork that did the lock. I'm pretty sure that the other Zentarum faction, Erstal Floxen's group, also got the blueprints, even if they didn't check them out. I asked around. The rumor is that the other Zents are going to make a move on something to do with the Enigma within the 10-day. I don't have any more information than that, but I wanted you to know.
We need to move quickly.
Yeah. He presses into he kind of holds your hands together, and you feel into one of your hands, he presses an emblem and he says, again, like, I think that we're going to do great work together, and you are a Fang in the Doom Raiders now. We got your back.
Oh, it's the coolest title ever.
I am a Fang.
Yes.
In the Doom Raiders.
Yeah.
awesome.
You're a Fang in the Doom Raider faction of the Zentarum.
Dope.
He says, all right, well, I'm going to go, unless you got anything for me, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the party.
I think Alu might ask a quick question about if they can get any backup for probably who knows when, but backup for whatever heist we're planning.
What do you need? You need bodies?
Bodies would be good. Just in the wings, just in case.
Yeah, if you give me a time and a location, I can have a squad.
We'll send it when we're ready.
Cool. And then at that, he'll kind of head back up the steps and join the rest of the party. Again, things have gotten pretty crowded at this point. When you get back up, you see that there is a dwarven woman seated with Yagra and with Mantra. Davil greets her, and then he turns to you, Alu, and he says, I'd actually like to... I didn't realize Instrid was going to be here. I'd like to introduce you to Instrid Horn. I'll put the name in. He says she is the master of coins and trade in Waterdeep. She's a friend of ours.
Okay.
And Instrid says, do you know what, like, Froon's Brews is going to go up for auction soon. If you need, like, a floating loan or anything for any endeavors of yours, just hit me up. If you're a friend of ours, we can always get you a good price on that.
Nice.
All right, so our empire begins.
Yep. While everyone's having a good time, everyone give me a Constitution saving throw.
Including me?
Yes. Well, anyone who drinks alcohol.
22, baby.
Alu's not drinking excessively, just a little. So she still need to do that too.
If you're moderating yourself, you don't need to make a saving throw.
Yeah, she's moderating because she is watchful and wary at always.
You all you see, yeah, everyone seems to be doing good. The party continues on into later in the evening. Everyone's having a great time. Reiner and Mert show up. Whilhelm starts doing snuff powder. And he is like, the music's going, but Whilhelm is starting to just be the center of attention with just how insane he's behaving. Eventually, there's a murmur at the front door. Whilhelm, like, his eyes are fucking bugged out. He turns, and he says, "You son of a bitch." And he runs to the front door, and he gives this giant hug. You see a bugbear in a suit at the front door with 3 other bugbear behind him. Whilhelm welcomes them in and ushers them into a table. And,
do we recognize these guys?
I don't know who saw them. Who actually saw them? Alu and Spev saw them, I think.
I would have seen them.
I'm upstairs. I'm talking theories.
Yeah.
I'm not in the room.
Alu, you recognize this group. The Nimblewright's the one that stabbed you, but these were the ones that were beaten up on you a night ago. And Whilhelm, like, he looks up around, he grabs, like, Rolan and Brenda have been talking for a while. At the entrance, Hollyriese, if you're still hanging around there talking to Jalister, he grabs you and he's like, "Hey, I want to introduce you to my buddies, to Barry." And he pulls you into this corner booth with these 4 bugbears. And then he says, Barry, Bernard, Beatrice, and Bugsy. This is Hollyriese Go Delicately. I think you met her a couple nights ago. And then he rips a massive line of snuff powder off the table. And he says, so, you wanted to meet them, and I know them, so I figured I'd get you all in touch, because that's what I'm about. I'm a people person. I make connections. You need something, and you need something, and I just bring people together. It's a wonderful thing. Whoever wants to, like, accompany to this table, feel free. But right now, as far as I know, it's just Whilhelm and Holly, unless people are stepping away to join the conversation.
I wouldn't know any better.
Have we met before?
Barry says, yes. He looks a little sheepish. He says, yeah, I own a repo agency. These are my children. It's a family business. Whilhelm tells me that we inadvertently had a mix-up a couple nights ago. I'm glad to see everyone's doing okay.
No thanks to you guys. Ollie probably would not engage. She'd be like, those fuckers killed me, and I don't necessarily want them to know that I'm here. So whether or not they've noticed her, she's gonna like sort of melt into the crowd.
Gotcha.
Can I do an intimidation check?
Yes.
What are you going to do to intimidate them?
Yeah, what are you trying to... Is it a hard stare? Or
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Sure,
It's going to be the Paddington Bear hard stare, and
Care Bear stare.
the Care Bear stare. All right.
Well, let's see.
Not bad.
Barry kind of sits back in his chair and he says, ma'am, I understand you may have some complaints, but as you can see, our paperwork is all in order. He pulls something out, an envelope, little parchment from his pocket and puts it on the table.
All right. I'm going to read it.
It says, I can do what I want.
Really?
That's literally what it says.
Yeah, he says, look, I show it to a guard. I put my hand around the back of their neck. I show it to their face real close. No one stopped me so far.
Why were you after the nimble rate?
We were working for him. It was a job.
For what?
You guys stole something from our customer, so we're repro. We got it back.
Who's your customer?
Man, I can't divulge that information.
We already know who it is.
Yeah, Whilhelm rips another line and he's like, it's the Growlhounds. We all know it's the Growlhounds. And Barry looks at him and he's
Slow down, Whilhelm.
Why did they want it? Why do they want it?
I don't.
They weren't going to tell us who it was. Why would they tell us?
Yeah, I don't know. They said, hey, this is ours. Go get it, and we went and we got it.
How much did they pay you?
Our standard rate, 10 gold pieces each for a night's work.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Hollyriese laughs. You
Get a better rap.
You killed our friend.
I didn't kill anybody. Hold on. First
I'm
off, we don't kill.
I'm still talking, sir. Thank you.
Lady.
We're in my establishment. I am talking. Please listen. You are busting your ass in the ass of, I can only assume, are your lovely children for a measly 10 gold pieces a night.
Please hire them.
Barry's like, Whilhelm, I know that you said that Hollyriese, has her issues, but this blatant classism just, right? It's
what
hard.
What if
Whilhelm's
we
like,
hired you?
Look,
What if
somewhere deep down in that coal, that icy diamond that she calls a heart, there is a good person trying to get out. Have they ever been seen? No. But I believe that eventually Holly will figure out what it means to be a decent person.
I am trying to be a decent person. If you would shut the fuck up, Whilhelm. Look, what if I paid you and your children more than your standard rate to get the item back from your original customer?
No, ma'am. That's my name is my reputation. It's on the name of my business. We're called Barry's Bugbear Retrieval. I I
But
did
don't
a
you want
job.
to be the best in the business? I can help you get there.
I am the best in the business. You haven't heard of us? Don't bear
No.
with your debtors. Let us bug them
No.
for you. It's our saying. We're
Never heard of you.
in
And
the
imagine
Waterdeep Wazoo.
the clientele that I could get you in my circle.
Wilhelm's like, and he just like kind of face plants on the table. Barry says, "Look, I came here as a favor to Wilhelm. He said that in the work last night, someone got hurt, but thankfully no permanent damage. I can't give you any information, but no hard feelings. It's just business."
Look, so I'm really not accustomed to not getting my way.
Oh, I can tell that.
I think it would be best if you and your children have one more drink on me, call it a night, and, I hope your business survives.
Wilhelm, his head tilts up and his eyes again are crazy. He looks at you and he's like, "Holly, this isn't your place. These are my guests. I own this building."
Wilhelm, you are fucked out of your head right now. I don't care that you own this building. I made this gentleman an offer to work for me permanently and my family and live. And he's telling me no.
Barry, like they stand up now. He's like, "Oh, I see what kind of joke, right? Yeah, bugbears. Yeah, we get it. We get it. We're here to work. We're here, right? If we don't do what you say, we're automatically the bad guys. If we don't do what you say, we don't get to live. I see you, Wilhelm. I have a good night." He's like, "Dude, no, come back." They all file out. They seem pretty disgruntled. He's like, "Holly, our joint will not be known as a racist establishment."
I don't think it's a racist establishment. I am merely saying that I was trying to hire them to work for my family and to build up their
Not everyone
business.
wants to work for your family. Not everyone wants to wear a collar that'll make their head explode.
They wouldn't do that. I would not allow that to happen.
It happens to your
And you
other
sit
servants.
You sit here and you judge me ahead of time. Like, fuck off.
Wilhelm kind of wanders back into the crowd. Rolan, so you and Brenda, like, you got her a water. You've been chatting. What have you two been chatting about?
Mostly catching up on, like, what the timeline's been like since we last saw each other. Also, maybe some reminiscing about, old squad tactics, or, hey, remember that one time when you did this and I did this and it ended up like this, that kind of thing.
So fucking awkward.
Yeah. But I will eventually bring up the tournament. I'd be like, "So what made you decide to compete?"
I was asked to represent part of the City Watch.
I see. I gotcha. Well, have you been scoping out the competition at all?
I haven't had the time. I'm either on duty making rounds, or I'm at the temple helping out. But I mean, I don't think you have anything to be worried about. It's, ragtag groups. I think the Doom Raiders signed up again, but I think it's a new crew under the same name. I don't think it's like the veteran group. I think the thing I'm mostly worried about is just all the bloodshed that's been happening in the city spilling into the tournament. They're going to have the anti-death field up for the tournament, but you never know what happens. It's good to see you. You look really good, by the way. Are you how like, I know we've been talking about old times. How are your current times?
Current times, they're fine to keep me busy. No, not currently. Work keeps me pretty busy.
Yeah, I know that. A day in the life, right? Another day, another silver piece.
Yeah.
But honestly, this is the first time I've been to a party, and this is not so bad. It's not nearly as much sodomy as I was told would be here.
It's a sliding scale. It's our first one here, and I think this is about as wild as we intend to get in this particular establishment.
You hear Whilhelm just wooing in the distance somewhere.
He's got a lampshade on his head.
Yeah,
sodomy.
I just like watching Hannah's face. She's just beaming with pride every time I say anything.
While you two continue to talk, Fen, you and JB have been drinking for a while. You're kind of approached by a little gaggle of human women. They look to be early 20s. Each one has a flyer in their hand of something.
Oh man. They're fucking pros. God damn it.
Hi, are you Fen Merrick? Wilhelm told us about you.
Ooh.
Yeah, what exactly did he tell you?
He said that your wife died recently. And
that's pretty personal information. Wow. He's pretty free with that shit, isn't he?
Well, it's on the flyer. You see, she holds up a flyer, and it says,
"Dead wife and ready to mingle.
New bad boy in town, single and ready to mingle." It's got a sketch of you, but you're like way more muscular in the flyer than you are in real life. I mean, you're not in bad shape in real life.
Recently widowed.
Yeah,
exaggerated.
It says
lightly used widower.
It has like a bullet pointed list. It says like homie, country boy, says
his actual wife finds this funny.
It says looks like a drow but actually isn't. It says good with animals and children. It says current address, and then it says come meet me at the grand opening of the yawning of
Wilhelm,
the Trollskull Tavern.
Wilhelm took out a personal ad for Fen and used his widower status as his handle.
We heard these women, like, they're like, we heard she died really tragically. You must be so damaged, and you're just like a little broken bird that needs to be healed, aren't you?
Are these okay? First of all,
are you okay?
First of all, are these attractive young ladies? At least to Fen.
Okay,
can you tell?
What? Give me a luck check. Roll me a raw d20.
About to get lucky, baby. Here we go.
About to get raw.
Just a raw 20. You don't have like a luck stat.
I'm gonna give you a.
Damn it.
Roll a d20, and then I'll give you my one important.
Fuck me.
I'm gonna
like, there's something so familiar about that fucking roll.
Okay. So, wait, are you actually giving him a 1? The 1 doesn't add to it. The 1 replaces his number. Is that?
It doesn't matter. I rolled a fucking 6.
Hannah's losing her shit.
I rolled a 6 in life. All right.
Childlike glee.
It's a group of 10 women that have gathered around you.
Oh my god!
3 of them are
baseball team.
Are pretty attractive. There is a blonde, well-talented woman, as the saying likes to go.
My grandfather would say. Very talented.
Yep.
There is. You need to just tell him what they look like based on old 90s. Like you say, like she looks like Sandra Bullock from Speed.
Oh my god.
If she's blonde.
One's a friend of Holly's. One of the socialites.
Paris Hilton.
Sure, why not? And then so we got Sandra Bullock, Paris Hilton, and then give me a third one.
Kate Beckinsale.
Wait, Cherie's got to name it. Cherie's got to name it.
You're welcome.
I was gonna go with someone less awesome. I like Kate Beckinsale. You can have Kate Beckinsale, honey.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the rest of them are like they're not like grotesque monstrosities or anything, but they're just like normal looking ladies.
Funny. I could see Fen just being like, just taking a look around. He's like, yeah, It's been really hard.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen what the fuck is that movie? Love Actually?
Yes.
Those
Yes.
Brits.
Yes.
They think that American girls are like always up for it, and they go to America and they actually are up for it.
Yeah.
That's the moment that Fen is having at the moment.
Whilhelm comes over and gives you a really like intense shoulder rub, and he kisses you on the cheek, gives you some bardic inspiration, and says, I think you deserve a good night, man. And then he moves to a very voluptuous woman and breaks out some snuff powder on her cleavage and does another line.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone can give me an insight check if you want.
I'm not there.
Actually, don't worry about it. Everyone's enjoying the party. Rolan, you think that something might be up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No way. No.
Hang on. Pause button. Why the fuck does Roland suspect that something's up? Why can't this be legit?
No, up with Wilhelm's behavior.
Of Whilhelm. Yeah. Not you.
Like
Wilhelm is acting strangely.
he's acting high, but I think he's just doing it to like scope the room.
So, this is all happening. Everyone's having a good time. We're gonna real quick. I think we're gonna wrap up this party pretty soon, unless anyone has anything else they want to do.
I got one more thing when you get to it.
Yes, Spev. It's been a little while. Go ahead.
All right, so we've been tinkering, kind of working with these designs, kind of like calibrating the machines, getting it all set up, and after a little while, we're tinkering with it. I look at Gels and go, well, the problem is you're trying to use a fast, sexy science, and that's not. We need a little bit more subtlety in this case. What if we power this machine with something that doesn't have a soul, and then we're able to filter out any non-soul carrying creatures? I am able to produce a small miniature construct, a minicon, if you will, and I could possibly load that into the machine, and then we can filter out existing creatures without souls, instead of the other way around of filtering out souls via a pure soul.
Jelzar thinks to himself, and he says, "That might work. That could work. That we could flip, essentially invert the algorithm.
Inclusionary versus exclusionary.
I think that could work."
Also, just to check,
protect our ghost friends.
did you actually use the phrase "fast, sexy science"?
Yes,
maybe you're not there. You didn't hear
like
it. No one heard it.
The best kind of science.
I like that phrase, sexy science.
So, the night's going pretty well. Brenda, she's really just been talking. She's been kind of monopolizing your time, Roland. If you've been trying to talk to other people, it's been a little hard for you to do that. Artur Morland showed up, but no one, he did not go past the guards. He has a young woman with him. She seems pretty quiet. And she starts doing some snuff powder with Whilhelm. And Artur is just kind of hanging out. Roland and Brenda, you basically are talking this whole night. And at one point, Brenda's like, can I say it? It's good to see. I was worried that you hadn't changed very much from our time together in the ranks, but from what I've heard, you are. I know your sister's loss has been hard on you, but it seems like you've at least been trying to connect with people again, and that's very encouraging to me.
And I'll look over at Fen and his current situation, and I'll be like, "Yeah,
you're not invited."
Just like we all got. It looks like we all got to move on.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, we are going to be in the tournament in 2 days. I figure, would you want to do a friendly wager about the outcome?
Do it. Wow. Talk about a nostalgia trip. Yeah, sure.
Hey, you got plot armor. I would lay that money down if I were you.
Mm-hmm.
Loser buys
we don't know that.
Dinner?
Fen doesn't. We know Fen doesn't.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
Okay.
You got
better.
date.
So, while this is all happening, you all start hearing Whilhelm just shouting like obscenities at the doorway. Hollyriese, if you're there, you've been conversing and stuff, and you hear a group of people. They sound like out of towners. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this place looks so dirty. Look, do you see that? There's a rat in the street. There's a trash on the ground.
A trash.
Oh,
a single
my
trash.
Goodness, and this place is so crowded.
One whole trash.
This is
hear
nothing
them, you
like.
guys?
Yeah.
All right.
And then you
I
hear
will-
Whilhelm. They're like, this is such a dirt. See, this is why you can't live in the city.
I
Like-
want to stand. Can I stand up on my chair
Yeah.
so
Do
they
it.
can hear me?
Put them
Yeah.
in their fucking place.
And I want to say, hey, this is my place you're talking about. I
Hell yeah.
live in this city. I love this city. If you don't like it, leave.
I
Yeah.
am this city.
Yeah. Wilhelm comes
Do
and
it.
he backs you up and he's like, yeah, get the fuck out, you yokels. Where the fuck are
right.
you from,
Well-
anyone?
All right.
Hollyriese is gonna look over at Roland and be like, dude, come get your a little help with the bard.
Yeah.
What you see?
Roland will be like, "Excuse me, just 1 second," and he'll start heading toward Whilhelm.
Yeah. You see Whilhelm has he's left the building now and he's shouting at this couple. It seems like they're there with they're essentially, it looks like maybe they're barbarians of some sort. They're tatted up, they're wearing leather skins. And they're like, well, I mean, this is nothing like the forests of Urtgard. This is, see, everyone here is so rude. And he's like, no, we're rude because you assholes keep bothering us here.
All right, and I will.
And I will also walk out just trying to like she's holding on to Wilhelm around his waist, but it's not doing much.
Yeah.
Roland was going to just slip himself in there and just fireman carry him and try and wrap up his arms and his legs and turn him away from the newcomers.
Yeah.
And he's just like, sorry for my friend here. It's been a night. You're more than welcome to come inside. First round's on us. Okay. Enjoy yourself.
You're not welcome. Get the fuck out.
Don't mind him. He's having a rough night. I'm gonna see to him right now. Okay.
Together. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was.
You go up to the bar, tell him Roland sent you, and that you can have a free round. All right. And I will then very as carefully as I can with a human being strung across my shoulders, navigate the crowd with him, like his arms and legs pinned to me.
Yeah.
Over my shoulders. And I'm going to carry him upstairs.
Yeah, so you have to go out the other way. If you carry him upstairs, Hollyriese, Roland or Wilhelm's gonna there's a woman accompanying Whilhelm, she's like, sorry about that. Wilhelm's gonna reach out and try and just grab onto your wrist as he's being hauled out of here.
Okay. And what am I gonna do?
You tell me.
That's your question.
I yank my wrist away and say, "Don't touch me. I am embarrassed that I slept with you."
You say that out loud.
Roland's gonna come up short and do the slow turn. I'm sorry. What?
Record scratch.
Get him upstairs, Roland. Get him upstairs.
Do you the couple and the barbarians?
More on that
"See,
later."
Everyone's just having sex
Please.
with everyone out here. What is even happening? There's no family. There's no
Hollyriese
family
is gonna
values.
stop again, and she's gonna look and she's gonna say,
This is why Birdie Bot's every flavor barbarians are going to be the champions of the Bright Swords tournament here. These city folk, they don't have any sense of
moral fiber.
Yeah, any moral fiber. It's just they're just trash people.
You're the Birdie Bots, every flavor. What?
Barbarians.
Barbarian?
No, well, we're not,
we can
but
knock
we're
on the
here to
tournament right
support
now.
them. I mean, we decided to come in town,
Oh.
celebrate.
Where did you? So
but
you're all
this is just
barbarians.
awful. It's so
You're all-
terrible here.
You're all barbarian. Where did you say you were from?
Urtgard?
Anyway, I'm going to be hauling his sorry ass upstairs.
Rolan, you can carry him upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
His door has like several locks on it.
Mm-hmm.
The lady that's accompanying the two of you, she's like, I know how to do this from when he gets like this. And she unlocks the doors, and then she takes Whilhelm's hand and puts his hand on the handle to turn the door and open it.
Uh-huh.
And
I'll just, as I walk by her in the doorway, I'm like, thanks. Who are you?
She says, oh, I'm a friend.
Uh-huh. Okay, friend. You seem to know a lot about him, so I'll roll with this.
You actually, I'm trying to think if you ever
shit.
met her. You, give me a history check.
History. Not my great stat here. Yep. Nope. Fuck all.
This one was pretty easy. You met her early, like when on the 7th or the 8th, one of the nights, Whilhelm you all were partying after you rescued Raynor, and she was the woman that he took up to his place back before you had Trollskull Manor. So this is one of his regular ladies.
Okay. So, safe to say you're going to stick with him if I leave him here?
Yep.
All right. And I will take him into his room, and I'll just kind of do a... and I'll heave him onto his bed.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, she says, she goes to the door, and you notice that she touches the handle on this side. She doesn't let you touch the door handle, but she opens the door to let you out.
All right. And then, but as I'm in the doorway, I'm going to turn around to Whilhelm and be like, so we're going to talk about this tomorrow,
Don't say
bud.
anything. Don't. Just be careful what you say. You'll set him off. That's Whilhelm says that.
Yeah. All right, buddy. I certainly will watch what I say, but in the meantime...
Stop talking in the room. No talking in the room.
I'm going to step outside the door.
Yep.
And be like... And I'm going to yell, good night! Like, super loud.
Yeah.
And then I'll head back.
All right. You all can enjoy the rest of the party. Is there anything else anyone wanted to do this evening?
Am I still with the barbarians outside?
Yeah, you can be.
I'm just gonna say, look, clearly we got on the wrong foot. I've been drinking. I'm really proud of my city, and I get that maybe it's not for everyone. But
it's terrible here. This is, I mean, everyone's so mean. I'm pretty sure that we saw like a homeless person.
Would you like
rude.
Like a beverage? I'd be happy. Drinks on me. But if not, I completely understand, and I
wish drinks I've been getting
the best of.
They're not gonna accept our hospitality. Fuck them.
I mean, yeah, we'll take a drink because I mean they're so expensive in this city. I can get a beer so much cheaper back home. Yeah, for 1 copper back home, and it's a casket. It's not even just like a beer.
Okay. Well, this guard will show you, point you in the right direction for the bar.
All right. They go. They mingle. Again, the place is packed. People seem to enjoy themselves. Anything else anyone wants to do, or are we going to call this a session here?
Just for flavor, we're hanging out up there. We got a couple drinks where we're at, and we're setting up the workshop and trying to get that device to work with my new homunculus construct.
Yes. You know what? Give me an Arcana check.
I would love to.
Where are you located? You are.
We're up in the attic.
No, I know. I'm trying to figure out physically in terms of you are. Are you on top of Whilhelm's room?
He's in the attic.
Oh no! You'd be up. You're on top of Alu's room. Ish.
Okay.
And like the library and study. Fenn's room's on top of Alu's, and then you're like on top of the main area. Got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very bad.
It was bad. Oh.
7.
It seems like this you need more time to get this to work.
Okay.
You got enough that you think it might be worth pursuing this idea, but you didn't fix the problem tonight.
Okay. Well, just with my artificer infusion, I can make a homunculus construct tomorrow morning. So we're just sort of chatting. It's tense. It's awkward, but we're sort of having our own little party up here as we set a couple of things up.
Yep.
Cool.
I think, is there anything else? I guess the last thing is, Rolan, you were in Whilhelm's room. How observant were you when you dropped him off? Would you have been looking? Because you've never been in there before. No one's been in his room before.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the locking mechanism got me curious, so maybe I was like, oh, maybe I'll
give me a perception check.
Yeah, check that shit out.
Oh, but apparently I didn't know what was out in there, so.
Oh, buddy.
No, you.
I look around, still don't know what the hell's going on in there. Guy's weird.
You thought it was strange. You don't know what he was going on about. But yeah, you didn't notice anything. And then I guess on this note, we're going to call this a session. And next time, what do you all want to do? You want to do it sounds like you're
host party after everyone's left and we're cleaning up because we got info to share.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we'll take a long rest. It'll be the morning of the next day after things have cleaned up, and you all can plan your next moves in Waterdeep.
Cool.
All right. Thanks for playing with us, everyone.
Bye.
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 We love you.